at the beginning, 19.70, and that's your holding period return. How much price has gone up? In this case, 32.32 minus 19.70. That's how much has gone up. How much dividend you receive? 32 cents, right? No, not 32. 2 years. So yeah, 8 cents. So it's 64 dividend. Yeah. So you use add 64 dividend and divide it by how much? 19.70. Yeah, that's your holding period return. So in this one, it should be 32.32 minus 19.70 plus 64 cents, and use the whole thing divided by 19.70. That's your holding period return. How much is it? There's a simple calculator I made. Holding period return, 19.70, 32.32, and 64 cents. So it should be 60.31%, 67.31%. Your holding period return. So, so you have to consider like how much you make from this one, from price changes, also from dividend you received, and divided by the price you paid it for. Okay, so this one should be 60. Once you're done with this one, now we need to do the second one. So the first one, this one we didn't cover it yet. The second one is, you know, the economy could be recession, could be average, could be booming, and you know the probabilities, and you also know if it's in recession, what kind of returns you're getting. So, and you know all these information. So now you want to figure out how much is your expected return, how much is the standard deviation. This is the equation.
Shouldn't the probability add up to 100%?
Yeah, see. Oh yeah, you're right. I should change recession to 30%. I thought it's 100%. I worked in my mind, but no. Let's change this recession to 30%. You had a good statistics teacher. No?
It's Maribel.
Oh. I heard he's good, right?
He's good, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. So, but however, he probably taught you how to do this calculation too. Let's see how good you know you.
Use Excel.
Huh?
He taught me how to use Excel.
Can you do the standard deviation in Excel? You can.
Probably not.
You can. But however, I have one. You can go this website. It will calculate it for you. Yeah. You can do return using Excel. It's a weighted average, but you cannot do the standard deviation in Excel. But you can use this calculator. Use this calculator and tell me how much is standard deviation. And you want to try the mass equation?
Standard deviation is 22 point.
Yeah. How much is the return, expected return?
1%.
Can you show me, write down the mass equation and
No, I use the calculator.
But you see, that's an equation. You use the probability, and you want me to write it on board? I can write it down on board, but it's not required. As long as you can get the result, and that's fine. But let me get the equation. You can use some product. You probably learned from Maribella's class. You use some product to do the expected return, right?
But I got a different expected return than the one that calculator got.
Really? Oh, use 30%, not 20%. Because it doesn't add up to 1.
So that's supposed to be 30%.
Yeah, because it doesn't add up to 1. It's my fault. This is the expected return. Now, standard deviation should be 30%. How much is this return you guys got? I need this.
The expected return?
Yeah, expected return.
I got 1%.
1%. Okay. So 30%. 60%. Okay, and square root of that. Yeah, you just get the difference of the negative 30% minus the expected return square and multiply by probability and do the second one and third one and get the square root. Oh yeah, here. I need this. And then get the square root. That's your standard deviation. You use the calculator. It's quite convenient. Negative 30, 60, 10, negative 10, 40. Here. Yeah. Expected return is 1%, standard deviation 22.11%. If you do this, you get the same answer. So this is easier than Jim Mirabella's way, right? Yeah. So I got it from the guys with zenwells.com. Like he made this calculator. I copied it to here. zenwells.com from here. This is the equation. So that's all for this chapter. So we learned a lot, right? We learned a lot. So I have 16 questions. Do you want to work together on the homework? Yeah. Tristan, do you want to work with us?
This is a little new to me, so
Okay. But we still have an hour. Like I don't want to be the one like working on it, and then because it's like I'm showing you the result. It's you're not learning that way. So any volunteers? So it's due with the midterm. You still have time. So you want to use the rest of the class time and work together as a group? Yeah, let's do that. You can just set up the groups among yourself and work on it. I'll be here. I'll give you help to give you some instructions. I think you should be able just to do all these. You may have some problems like just when you do the holding period return, always consider which price is the purchasing price, which price is the selling price. What's happening in between doesn't matter. Just like your case, Bitcoin has gone up to 20,000, but you didn't sell that, so it's now it went down to 4,000. You didn't sell that, so you didn't make any loss. It's only depending on how much you bought it for, how much you sold it for. That's your return.
Right.
In between, it's not related. Yeah. Okay. So there are a lot of questions. Yeah. So I'll stop recording.